Good evening. Happy Thursday. Happy Veterans Day. I hope you've been able to thank a veteran today. I am Julie with Creations by Julie. If you see that red button that says live, you'll know you're catching me live. If it's not up there at the top, then you know you're watching the replay, and that's awesome. We love the fact that you can watch the replay. You also can find my videos on YouTube if you just go and search for Creations by Julie. Pretty much everything I've done over the last 1.5 to 2 years should pop up for you. But tonight, while y'all are hopping on, let me make sure that we are live. Facebook did some really weird things a while ago when I was trying to set up. I believe we are. Yeah. Okay, Ed, you should be able, I turned the sound down, you should be able to see comments now. Ed needs to see the comments because if you have a question, he will catch it. Maybe. I'm watching him just swipe my phone every which way, so I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he'll catch your question and I can answer it. If not, I always go back after my lives and read your comments and answer them. So if you're new to my page, let me know that and where you're from. We're glad to have you tonight. I figure in a second he's going to hand me my phone back and say, here, fix this. But anyway, like I said, I'm Julie. This is Creations by Julie. I go live twice a week now on Mondays and Thursdays at 6 o'clock. Mondays we do Magnolia Monday, where we deal with the Magnolia stencil and I show you all the different things that you can do with those. And on Thursdays, from now till Christmas for sure, we're going to be doing some neat Christmas crafts, and then we'll pick up with our wreath tutorials and stuff the first of the year. But anyway, if you're here, raise your hand, say I'm here, let us know. I kind of feel like I'm just talking to myself all the time anyway. Tonight, I'm going to be honest with you. Normally when I do my lives, in fact, this may be the first time ever, I have not actually made one of these yet. So in my mind, I know it's cute. We will see. It may turn out to be a total flop. You may not like it. I may not like it. But I wanted to try it. I saw it on Pinterest. And I usually try to do one kind of practice to make sure it's going to work the way I think it is. But I only had just so much yarn. And this yarn is not cheap. So I didn't want to waste my yarn. And I only need one for my fireplace mantle. So
Peggy Forbes says hello from Jacksonville, and Edna Llewellyn watching from Northeast Georgia.
Oh, cool. Welcome, ladies. Thank y'all so much for being here. This may be a little bit longer than normal. I try to keep my videos under an hour. I don't think it'll take an hour to do this, but it's not to where I wanted to do half of it and then show you the rest of it, because I wanted you to get started right at the very beginning. But you're only going to need a couple of things, and I'm going to kind of leave it up to you as to how you want to decorate your tree when you get done with it. I've pulled out several things. I really don't know what I want on the top of mine. But you're going to need this chunky yarn. You can tell this is, can they see it, Ed?
No.
This is larger than your normal yarn. It's called chunky yarn. I either got this from Hobby Lobby or Walmart. It's about $7 for a thing this big. I've used just a little bit of it. You're going to need a cone. I picked up this one now. Don't let it fool you. It was not white. Can you see the inside of that? It's a craft material like paper mache. And I did get it at Hobby Lobby, and it was only $1.99, it looks like. I wanted a taller tree. I have spray painted it white, just in case you see some. I'm going to wrap this yarn around it. Now, you can use these cones. They're more expensive. This one, this size, was about $4, $3.99. And see, it's not very big, but I had that. But it's whatever you have. If you go to the Dollar Tree, I want to tell you now, grab a couple of these. These are just the plastic, because we're going to do something with this in a week or two with jute. But you could use one of these. It wouldn't be as big, but you could use it. Also, this is what I want to show you. I took this chunky yarn just playing. This is one of those cheap little trees that had this tinsel here that was green, and I just took it off and I wrapped the yarn around this little tree, and then I just took pit berries and wrapped around it, and then I took some gold because I put a gold star. That gold star might have already been on there. I believe it was. But I took some gold tinsel like and just kind of wrapped around the bottom. But I made, my mantle this year is going to be trees of all shapes, sizes, colors probably, but mainly black and white. So anyway, I made this cute little tree, so you can pick up one of these, and it doesn't take much yarn at all. You just take that tinsel off and then just wrap this white chunky yarn around it. But I thought it was cute. But this one, all you need is some glue, the chunky yarn, and a cone. Now, I picked up these lights because I wanted to put lights on mine, and I thought these were really cute. Not sure yet how I'm going to attach them other than just wrap them, but I'll figure that as I get to the top of my tree. But they were about $10, but they were on sale. But I thought these would be really pretty, and if I'm not mistaken, they have a, let me turn them off. They have like a timer. This is what they looked like. They were LED battery operated lighted spheres for indoor use only. I'm thinking steady burn, cool to touch, 8 hours on, 16 hours off. So I figure I can hide the bottom of it under here, and then it'll just come on and go off at night. So anyway, okay, so to get started with this, just find the end of your yarn. I'll try to kind of keep it over there to where you can see it. I'm going to lay this down. I'm going to get my little finger thing because I know I will be sticking my finger in this glue. You're actually just going to glue this yarn around this. So I'm going to just get it started. You want it right close to the bottom. Like I said, in my mind, I know what I want to do, but we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and make sure the bottom is glued all the way around. You won't need a whole lot of glue. Make sure it's fairly close to the very bottom of your cone. When you hop on tonight, comment. Y'all know I love to give things away. So this month we've changed our little giveaway. We're calling it a mystery craft box. And what we're going to do, Ed is going to, at the end of this video, Ed is going to pick 3 names, and your names are going to go in the blessing box. So the more you comment, the more chances you have to get your name in there. And I went back from the last 2, actually the last 3, I guess, lives that I've done and got names. We just decided this and started it on Monday. So, all right, all you're going to do is come up now and get your yarn close. I don't think I'm going to glue this one, but just in a couple of spots, we'll see. But anyway, and then the beginning of December, we're going to draw a name out of our little blessing box, and I'm going to send a box of craft supplies, and it'll be a mystery of what you'll get. And we're going to do that every month. That way I can give more stuff away and shipping won't kill me. Because I can ship a box of a lot of stuff as cheap as I could send one little bitty thing. Okay, so you kind of get the idea. You see what I'm doing? I'm just wrapping it, and when I get here, we just keep going. I'm not pulling really tight. And I'm using Gorilla Glue, and I haven't had any problems with Gorilla Glue at all. You get these little glue strings, but the glue sticks really well. And I will tell you, this paper mache cone is cheaper than the other cones. I'm hoping it will stay and I won't have to glue, but just a couple of places on each row. So far I haven't burnt my finger. I think I have it on low temp anyway. So really, I mean, you could use the green yarn. I kind of wanted like a cream color, but this will be good because I'm doing with the black and white polka dot, not polka dot, the black and white buffalo plaid. What?
I didn't see the polka dot.
Oh no, because it's plaid. It's buffalo plaid. I may have some black and white polka dot on there. Who knows? But I'm just going to go with the black and whites this year. But I really kind of wanted a cream tree. But they didn't have any cream yarn, so you know, you either use what you've got or what you can find. And you see now why I said you could use any of these other shaped trees. You just need that shape. I told Ed, really and truly, this one kind of looked like a birthday hat. But it's going to look more like a tree as we go on.
Like a dunce hat.
Yeah. And I don't think it will use a whole lot of this either. It's not that big around. But anyway, the more you comment, the more chance you have to get your name. He's just going to scroll through and pick out a couple of names. And if you're watching the replay, don't worry. All you have to do, I got strings everywhere. All you have to do is let me know you're watching the replay. Just put on there #replay. And I'll go through and pick a person next week that watched the replay and add their name. Also, if you put this on your page, sprinkle the love, or do this right here. You know, Facebook doesn't like us to say, and to try to tell you the SHARE. But if you do that, your name will, and put on here that you did. I'm going to have to have more
Peggy
glue.
Forbes is already done.
Good. Then you get your name put in twice, Peggy. For people that SHARE, your name will be put in the mystery blessing box twice. You don't have to wait for Ed to call your name. I want to say, didn't we call Peggy's name last week? Yeah, Monday. Peggy, Taylor, and Brenda were the names that were chosen Monday night.
Edna Llewellyn said I tried to share and for some reason it isn't letting me.
Are you trying to share it to your page or a group? Some groups won't let you share. Do you see the share button? I don't know if you can see it on my phone, Ed. Do you see a share button?
Yeah, I do.
You should be able just to push that SHARE button and do it that way. But you know, y'all, Facebook's changing. Constantly, all the time. Okay, we're getting there, y'all, and the cone's getting smaller. Then comes the good part. We'll get to decorate it. And I'm thinking...
Melanie Dow says, hey, Julie.
Hi, Melanie. We're praying for your husband, girl. I mean, Ed and I know exactly some of the things you're going through. And hopefully, you know, you can get up with the right doctors. That's the one thing we're very, very thankful for, the doctors Ed had. And he is doing better. We still have home health coming every week, but, you know, he's gotten up and walked to the woods a time or two, and he actually went to the store by himself the other day just to pick up a couple of things. But I think you still took your cane, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Edna said it could be her phone, but she doesn't see the share button.
Okay. Well, maybe if you go back and you like turn your phone off, turn it back on. A while ago, we do the filming on my iPad, and a while ago I got on and went to put in the title and stuff, and it just would shut down. So I just Ed told me to turn the iPad off altogether and then turn it back on, and then it was fine. So you never know, but you can always go back on later and maybe the share button will come up. You don't have to do it right now. But just make sure you come back and comment. Sometimes Facebook will tell me. I think it was the live from Monday. I think it said, or maybe it was last week that I went back and checked. And it said like 4 people had shared, but it wouldn't give me their names. So it could be that, you don't really have friends request on a business page, but I'm not sure what it was. This is just the same thing over and over and over, y'all. There's a lot of different things you could do when you get done wrapping it. You could put those red pit berries around it. You could put colored lights around it. You could just hang bows all over it. Maybe you don't want to do anything except just put something on the top. I grabbed a handful of different stuff out of my Christmas stuff because I didn't know what I wanted to put on the top. I know I want to put the lights on it, unless I get them on there and don't like them at all, but I think I will. So they ended up costing me about $6.
Peggy said that Walmart has a chunky white yarn with a thin silver thread in it.
Oh, that would
Pretty, not tacky.
Yeah, that would be really pretty. And then decorate it with some silver. I don't think I plan to make more than just this one. It's not something I was going to put in my Etsy shop. I was just making it for me. But I may change my mind. Who knows? Oops. Okay. We're getting there. Does it look more like a tree now, a little bit, Ed?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of pancakes stacked on top of it.
Pancakes? Y'all, we ate. He's not hungry.
Peggy said, I bet that'd be pretty with the snowman frames.
Yeah, I saw somebody on Facebook doing, I've never seen the snowman frames in our Dollar Tree. Somebody said they had found them at Dollar Tree and that they had wrapped with this yarn. But see, that's about the height it would be if you use this form. And you could still glue to that plastic. I just wanted a tall tree. I've got a lot of short trees, so I needed a couple of things that were going to be taller. And the paper mache, I guess that's what you call it. It's pretty thick. It's kind of like cardboard, but it's cheaper than those styrofoam cones.
Melanie said she bought a case of the snowman and just picked it up, so she's excited.
Yeah. Yeah, I did that last year with the witch hats and the candy canes. And so I still have those for this year, and I'm glad I did because somebody said they've changed the candy cane frame. In fact, the one I picked up the other day, because we're going to do that on a live too, the candy cane frame's not this big. And the ones I do to sell are larger than that. But I'm going to still do a live showing how to wrap a candy cane frame with ribbon. Okay, we're getting there, and I'm thinking that I'm going to get the lights ready and like tape them so that I can cover up that top wire or something. I know if you use something, I'll show you in a minute. If you wanted to put a big star on it, the only one I had handy was like this one. And it's probably too big. And I don't know that I'm gonna go with gold anyway. But what you could do real easy is to cut this off and push it down on there, glue it, and then wrap this, see, around it. I don't think I'd want to put it on over the chunky yarn. But that's what I'm thinking of, kind of hiding that top light to make sure they stay up there. And I believe it only has 20, but I think that'll be enough. We'll turn them on and as we put them on, and we'll know what they look like. And then I pulled out several things. I don't know what I'm going to do for a topper. Oops. So I barely made a dent in that yarn. Kids would love doing this and making gifts for grandparents or something, teachers. Okay. Okay, kind of getting to the top, so I'm gonna, now this is like my second small glue stick, so. All right, I'm gonna leave it there for 1 second and unwrap. Look at all the glue strings. I will give y'all a little hint, you probably already know, but a little tip. When you get through with something and you've used the glue a good bit, and you've got these glue strings, you can just take your heat gun or your hair dryer and just go over it, and it'll kind of release those and melt them. Okay, so I'm going to get these untied and find the top of it. Because I don't want to like put glue on these wires. So I've got to figure out how I want to wrap them. They had all kinds of different cute lights, but I liked these round crystal looking ones. You could do colored lights on it. Okay, kind of unwrap it here. Which it kind of makes me think of trying to put lights outside.
Yeah, I was having flashbacks.
We've quit doing that. We got too old, I think. One year I had the prettiest lights. I don't know if y'all remember, but they were like the icicle lights, only they were scallops. They were like 3 strands on each scallop. The first year we put them out, they were gorgeous. And then we put them up. The next year when we went to get them out, they were still gorgeous, but they were a pain. I mean, a pain to try to get them undone. Okay, I'm thinking if I take this, let's see, to where this first light's going to be pretty close right there at the top. And my plan is then to, let me turn them on and make sure. Okay. I think I can wrap, let's see, I think I can wrap the yarn around that and hide that first. Do y'all get what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to tighten that wire underneath there. Okay, I'm gonna cut this so. And that will kind of work, I believe, to hold the lights there. We'll see. I'm gonna glue this. And I'm probably gonna have to glue that all the way around. And I don't know what I'm gonna put for a topper, so I think I'm gonna end it right there. Put some glue right here at the end. And just hold that for, it's flying. Hold that for just a second. Okay, now we're gonna have to see how tight, how loose, how tight, if I'm gonna go up and down. Yeah, I didn't like them. They ended up being right over each other, so I changed that a little bit. We'll see if this is gonna work like I thought it would. And the wire to this is kind of a real thin silver wire, so it kind of hides in the rows a little bit. Now that one, go down a little bit. Okay, and this is going to be our last one. So I got a little bit of space right there where there's not any, so.
The light doesn't show up as pretty against that white
As it would if it was green.
uh-huh.
But I think on the mantle it'll be pretty.
Yeah,
And I'll just like make this the back of it. Okay. Actually, this is right where we started. So, and see, I will be able to hide this up and under here. I probably will tape it. For right now, I'm gonna just put a little bit of this tape on it. Up in here. And I'm gonna leave them on for now. And I think the way you set those is, like turn it on at whatever time you want it to come on. It's the way that mine outside do. Now if I wanted to be real picky, I could go back and push these wires in a little bit to where you can't see them much at all. Okay, I think that's kind of pretty. I like the white on white. May not show up that well on the camera, but okay, now all we have to do, make sure it's set and level, okay, is decide maybe what I want to do for a topper. Like I said, I think this star is too big. And let's see what else I grabbed. Get this stuff out of the way. One thing I had thought of, not really a tree topper, but I thought they were so pretty. I had picked up these angels. Can y'all see them? From Hobby Lobby. And there's 4 of them, and they were $4 and 50% off of that. So I thought those were really pretty. And I might could even like tie a bow in the black and white plaid to kind of cover up the hole. And I could put one on each side. See, I could kind of put it up a little bit like this. And you could even put one on each side and then put a black and white bow there. But it's got that bow there. So I've got those. I had thought you could just take, if you want to do colors, you could just take pretty, what's this stuff called? Tubing, and put a bow on it like that. I had these cute little rustic bells. You could even hang, bells from it. I found this star, and this one could be like stuck down in there like that. I would want it further down, probably, about like that. Now see, that's pretty.
That is pretty.
I see Ed liking one like that. If you don't want to do stars, let's see what I have some rustic stars. I have this rustic star, like that.
It looks like the Texas State stuff.
I have, these little candy things that you could fix in there like that. You could put I could actually put a pretty black and white bow, and then just put little bows throughout the thing. There's these things that are cute. You know how a lot of people have these little curly things at the top of their trees? I wouldn't use all 6 of them, but I think maybe 3 like this. What do you think of that, Ed?
Oh,
You didn't look. Anything that's different he doesn't like. That white looks pretty. I've got wooden stars that I could paint or just make white. So see, you could put star like this on it. I mean, there's a lot of things you could do. I have these little bitty rustic stars. They're kind of flat, so you'd want to put
I like that one star you had
the
started.
white one. See, this is almost too small. This is a pretty good size if you wanted to paint it. But I had a feeling that this was going to be the one he was going to want. And see what I could have done, and I can still do it. You like that one?
Yeah.
See, you actually can take, so, you know, don't make anything permanent. You could take this and tie it on. If I knew, had I known for sure that this is the one I was going to use, I would have done this the same way I did the lights, and I probably still can. Now, I like the angels. See, if I did one with the angel, I would put like an angel here and an angel here. Okay. He likes the white, and I like it okay, so we may do that one. I'm going to do one out of jute though, and I think I'm probably going to use these bells. Okay. So you could decorate your tree any way you wanted to.
Grace Savano said, hello, girlfriend.
Hi, Grace. We're making a chunky yarn tree. All right, I glued that pretty good, so probably what I will do, I like that being the front of it. So don't like the star sticking up that far.
Grace says that's cute.
All right, let me see. This way. I could glue it, or I can just, since we know I'm going to have it on the mantle, you'll just see one side of it. I can take the same yarn. I didn't cover up my light, did I?
No, I'd glue it. I'd look.
Once you glue it, though, if I change my mind, I would tear up my yarn. For now, I can do it this way, and then once I know for sure that that's what I want to do. But for now, oops, and see, there's my light box just stuck up and underneath here. So for now, I'm just going to tie this sucker on here and cut it off. But let's see, it didn't take but what, 25 minutes
Yeah.
or so to wrap it. Oops. I really like the lights, so I ended up probably either $5 or $6 for the lights, because they were $9.99, and I found them over at the end of the other tree lights at Hobby Lobby.
The camera doesn't do it justice.
Yeah, it's pretty. I really like those lights on it. They're just kind of a crystal ball. And here I go sticking my fingers in the glue. But all I glued there was just the where I had tied it on. But once I decide, you know, I don't know if y'all are like me, but a lot of times I have to put something aside and then go back and look at it and decide, okay, I like that, I don't like that. Okay, I think I like that. What do you think, Ed?
Mm-hmm.
That was your choice for the star. So this is going to be one of the trees on mine. I don't have a measuring tape, so I'm not sure how tall it really is.
About 14 inches.
Yeah, if not 15 with the star and stuff. It might be like 15 or 16 inches. So anyway, that was all for tonight, ladies, and you saw really all you need. You wouldn't even have to put the lights on it if you didn't want to. I think it just really makes it stand out. And you could use lights of any kind. They've got snowman lights. They have stars, which would have been real pretty if I was going to put this on there. But anyway, you just need the yarn. It's about $7 if you can't find it on sale. And the paper mache cone. You could use the other cones if you want to. But if you go to Dollar Tree, I'm telling you, pick up one of these, because maybe next week, if I can find the wide, the really big yarn, not yarn,
Close to you. Yeah.
the big jute. We're going to wrap this one with jute and make a jute tree. And this may be the one I put the bells on. But anyway, that may be what we do next week. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen tonight. It was fairly quick. I'm within my hour, so that's good. Like I said, I had not made one of these before, so I didn't know what it was going to look like. But in my head, it was cute. And I'm happy with it. So, if you're watching the replay, remember, just put in #replay so I know that you were on. I will pick a name from somebody who watched the replay. If you SHARE and come back here and tell me that you did, your name will go into our mystery box twice. And Ed's going to tell me 3 names from tonight. And he gets the names, no, just read them to me. He gets the names from the comments.
Peggy Forbes.
Okay, Peggy, you go in there again. Okay?
Edna Llewellyn.
Is it Edna?
Yeah.
Okay, spell the last name for me.
Lewallen.
Okay.
And Melanie Dow. Doud.
Okay, and I will go back and get somebody who watched the replay and choose their name. See, I probably will play with this. Nobody's going to be right up close, but I can see the wires on some of them, so I'll probably push them into the yarn where you can't see that extra wire. But anyway, and be sure and put it on your page for your friends to watch. I appreciate y'all being here. I will be back Monday.
Brenda Bracken said she's late.
Hey Brenda, well this is what we made out of the chunky yarn. You'll have to go back and watch the replay and put it #replay, and I'm going to pick a name from that also. So Monday will be Magnolia Designs. If I get my craft kit, we'll do that together. If not, we'll do something else. But I will see y'all on Monday at 6 o'clock. Y'all have a great weekend, and I hope everybody gets cool weather this weekend. Bye-bye.